Hey there viewer, I'm GreenPangolin, and I'm here today with a game that just got out of early access today. It's one that I have been waiting eagerly since last year. This is Mind Over Magic. If you ever played games like RimWorld or Oxygen Not Included, then you're going to know what's waiting for you. We are going to build Magic School and gain some wizards to teach. Now let's see. Got a relaxed difficulty, standard, or relentless. I forgot quite a lot about the early access version that I played, so I think I'm gonna go with standard. Okay, choose architecture style. This is new. Let's see, what does it mean? Building schools requires constructing many rooms. Each room type has rules for what it contains and how it is built. Architecture styles define the rules about a room's shape, size, and position in a school. Each architecture style presents a different challenge and results in schools with different structures. Okay, so this is basically how you build your school. Starts with balanced, basic, wonky, very lofty, chaotic. Interesting. I think I'm gonna go with balanced. Default set of room keywords. And I'm actually gonna enable shuffle here. You're going to see what that means once we get there. Once a school stood here, but our hubris led us astray. A terrible curse now sustains a deadly fog and crushes our conviction with the weight of its malice. You must rebuild the school and train brilliant new mages to brave the horrors of the underschool and break the curse once and for all. Fleur, founder, haven of our bloody nest. So, this haven of our bloody nest is the name of our school. We could rename it, but I think it's pretty metal, so I'm gonna leave it with this one. And here we select our starting staff. These are going to be the first teachers we're gonna have. And these are the magical affinities. The higher they are, the faster they're gonna teach. Let's see, we have an Earth one here. Those are also faster at constructing. If you ever played RimWorld, you're going to know that you want to have at least one character with construction. So this is good enough. So we got a nature mage right here. And the third one is water. Let's see if I can reroll a couple of times. Like the look of this guy. He's still nature. Also a little bit of water. Sure, let's go with you. Maybe reroll you a couple of times. Okay, looks good. Let's found our school. Okay, so here we start at the basement of the school. This is the student summoner. We're going to get our students coming from here as soon as we have the school up and running. We have the codex here. We can manually open this. We're gonna have all the tutorials and every information that we're going to need. So there's a fog up here on the surface, and we're not going to be able to build here unless we repel it. So we're gonna click this mana font. We're going to use the repel fog ritual. Gonna use one staff here. Let's put you here. That's gonna give you extra 100 XP plus 5 conviction. Conviction is pretty much the happiness or sanity mechanic you might know from Ringworld. So he's gonna be a little bit happier for being able to help. Okay, here we see the day just started. He's gonna channel his power. And the fog has been lifted. So now this floor space here is how big we can build our school at the beginning, but we're going to be able to expand outward. It's a little interesting that later on we will be able to build a bigger school, but this grassy area is where we get all these trees and rocks and other resources, so you're basically giving yourself less resources in exchange for more school. Okay, now you see the fog here has been pushed back, but it's going to come back. We have 3 days until it reaches the school again. And you see these little shadow tendrils? That is how far it's going to push back the next day. So that's gonna be 1 day, 2 day, and by the 3rd day it's gonna reach. But we have time until then. So doesn't look like we have any resources, so let's harvest some trees and some rocks. Like this. We got some godberries. These are very basic food items. There's also a dire rat. We can hunt it, that's also some food. Here we have the founder's grave. And now that we found the grave, you see, we have the founder's spirit. It's gonna help us. Let's speed things up a little. And so they're going to automatically do the stuff. You ever played Ringworld? You know exactly what to do here. Just gonna wait until they're done with all these. Got some phoenix kiss flowers, some wormweed. Not gonna touch those, since I don't really know what to do with them yet. Okay, so now we have a bunch of stone and wood. How about we start building? We can build floors, walls, doors or hallways, a roof, and some stairs. Now I don't quite remember. Okay, looks like you can't put this kind of floor on the ground. So no immediate expansion here. So right now I'm going to use the available space put down a hallway right at the edge. See, the hallway is gonna be where they come and go. I'm gonna put a wall over it, like so. And let's actually add a door here. Now, how big do I want this room? Let's say probably yay big. Get the wall, top it off with the roof. Gonna connect the two ends. And from here you can actually move the roof around as it fits your aesthetic sense. This looks pretty good. Let's confirm. So now they're gonna build this little place here. Let's speed up again. Okay, and while this one is going on, actually gonna put down some beds for these teachers to sleep until I have a dedicated bedroom. These one places will do. Okay, let's go back to gathering some. Okay, and now we have the first room built. You see there are different overlays here. I'm gonna go with the room type. And this lists everything that goes on inside here. So, got a luxury of 13. It's grounded because it's touching the ground. It's towered because it's not adjacent to anything else. It's lofted, so it is taller than wide. It's pristine, so has no negative luxury items. Has an open back, so we don't put anything here yet. And it's silent, so not adjacent to noisy rooms. Okay then. And here we have the Book of Rooms. You click this, and we see all the kinds of rooms we can build, and all the requirements, what they must have and what they must not have. I'm gonna say this is a lot more comprehensive than it was in the early access version. If I remember right, that was just color-coded stuff. And only these things. So you see there's all kinds of rooms we're gonna be able to get. I think the first one should be the basic classroom. That one is easy. All it needs one learning stone. And no beds or tables or any kind of crafting. And I think the workshop would be the second. Let's see, to have a workshop, it must be elevated. So we need to put it off the ground. All right. So that's not really gonna work over here, since I put a roof up. But what I can do is put a hallway here. along with the wall. And place a door here. This is gonna be a secondary room. And I'm gonna put the workshop on top of it. That should work. Okay, speed it back up a little. Okay, and until the door is complete, it's unpassable. Okay, you seem to be idle over here. I'm gonna find you something to do. I'm gonna need a lot more stone for all the walls. And some more wood. Okay, now if I do it right, so no adjacent rooms below. Technically this isn't a room, as long as I don't completely connect all the walls. So maybe I can put the workshop over here, or alternatively just dangle it over here. Okay, I actually want to put some torches up in here. I like it when they're symmetrical. Okay, so this technically isn't a room yet. Let's build some floors above it. You see these percentage numbers over all the walls and the floors? That is the stability. You're gonna have some supporting walls if you want to build anything bigger. We're doing good enough for now. Right, so this is a tiny schoolroom. See, it has basically no luxury because this room has extra from the roof. Now, let's see if I'm right. If I put a spiral stair in here, maybe? And elevated. I think this would work. Then I would get access to the second level. Alright, looks pretty nice. Now, if I were to build floors here, I have a feeling that would close this space. Let's see if I'm right. I'm not, I'm just gonna remove these floors. Yep, this turned into a room. But there's no need to worry. I can just hit demolish. That's gonna give me back all the materials. So you can just build whatever you want. It's not going to stay static. You can rearrange everything whenever you want. Okay, so this is no longer a room. This gives no further information. But if I remember right from the early access version, elevated means the room itself doesn't touch another room below, so I would have to build it on this tiny place. In other words, I'm just gonna do this. It's just outside enough. I'm gonna put a door over here. That should be good enough. This is gonna be our little workshop here. Let's see. The day is almost over. If I just build a wall over here, top it off with the roof. Okay. As you can see, the day is over and the fog came that much closer. When it gets here, I'm just gonna do the repel ritual again. This is the part of the game that I wasn't really interacting with all that much during early access. This is the under school. You see, this is pretty big. We're gonna have to send our mages to explore and fight. But that's gonna have to wait until I have the school really running. Okay, they're almost done. Okay, we need viscera for the torches. So, I'm gonna hunt some rats. Okay, got the viscera. Let's put some light over here and here. Okay, now we have an elevated room. So if I put a crafting station down, it's gonna turn it into a special room. Okay, they all went to sleep. looks like the fog is going to cover the wood. Next day. Let's go speed things up. This is the good thing about having this ghost. They're not going to sleep ever. So the small things you need to do around the school, they're just gonna be constantly doing. Okay, let's give you something to do. Alright. They are all rested. You see, they have their mana and everything they do. Every job takes some of that mana, so periodically they're going to come down to replenish that. So let's do another repel ritual. Let's see. We saw the first one at the start of the game was free, and everything besides that is gonna need some requirements. So 4 god berries and 34 wood. So gonna harvest some berries and cut that wood. Got a whole bunch of berries over here. Gonna do that. I think your wizards are automatically prioritizing work that they are best at. But don't quote me on that yet. Okay, looks like there is enough wood here, so let's actually put all of them in here. You see, each of them is gonna have some extra repel force, and it gives them XP, so right now there isn't really a reason not to do this. It's gonna take an hour. Quickly gathering the resources. And so because there's 3 of them working, that should push the fog out quite some ways. I really love how far you can zoom in. It's a really pretty game. As expected of something that Clay would publish. Tiny bit of speed up. Okay, now we have 4 days until the fog is back at the school. And I think that's good enough for the first episode. Let me know what you think. If you like what I'm doing here, please consider leaving a like or even subscribing. I'm really fighting the algorithm here. I'm gonna be back with this some other time. This is Mind Over Magic. Currently has a 25% launch sale. Gonna leave the link in the description. And until next time, have a nice day, everyone.